what actually happened, I had a bona fide document.
So this here, he's talking about this radio frequency directed energy weapons, RF dues and effects. Now, he only shows this little intro of this document. I found the document. It talks about the actual power needed, which is one thing that he doesn't understand. The power needed for this type of a thing is over 100 megawatts. That's 100 million watts.
Right, sent to me from Howie.
Oh, kettle. Oh, man.
I had some screenshots at first sent to me, and I said I wouldn't accept it. I wanted the full document. So I ended up getting the full document. When I looked at the document, it's a technical document from Hawaii. That's just confirmed, right? It's a confirmation to me that it was correct. Now, obviously, I've got a weapons systems background. I've got a weapons systems background. I've got a weapons systems background. I've got a weapons systems background.
So this is a document that was leaked to him from, he says, a whistleblower. Just so you know.
Eliminate a target with the configured beam formed lobe. A target. You get it? It's all the way from Huawei, from China.
Now he's saying Huawei, it's Huawei, is what a lot of people say. Just so you know how what it is that he's talking about.
Chinese whistleblower.
The documentary evidence in that document shows that what that equipment is a weapon. Now, obviously there was some other data in there that had been embedded in it, right, that tries to make me look as if I don't know what I'm talking about.
Now, I saw this when it came out. I had no idea what it was. And I looked at, and he has a screenshot of it as well. And I'm like, oh, that's very strange. There are some interesting things that I saw in here. One of the things that I was very curious about was the pass key. Now, it's hard to see on here, but the pass key is very, very long. Here's a zoom in of it that I did. Look at this here. Look at how long that default pass key is. It's incredibly long. I even cropped it here for you. Look at that. Look how it's 68. It's 68 characters long.
The fact that somebody embedded some nonsense in it is of no concern of mine, right? The fact is they'd actually getting that document, Mickey'd it. Now think about this. What sort of psyop is this? So that working with the Chinese to try and discredit me from telling people that 5G is a weapon.
Could be. So let me pop up to this one here. He talks about this. He calls it an IEEE, which nobody who works in the industry calls it IEEE. Everybody calls it IEEE. Clearly, he doesn't know what he's talking about. When it comes to radio frequencies, we're certain that Mark doesn't know what he's talking about. You know how we know that? Because he told us that.
I'm not the main expert in microwave radiation. What I know a lot about, what you talked about before, is light. Right? I'm not an expert in microwave radiation emissions. My expertise is in the terahertz range.
Terahertz is just light. So yeah, he's not an expert, and it shows. Anyway, so this particular document talks about metabisturbal radar, metabisturbile. It's a word. If you look it up, it's not even. It's not. Hey, Mark, it's not a word.
Quite a clever psyop. But you see, whenever you get this type of statecraft, or let's call it Satan's craft, this type of statecraft, or let's call it Satan's craft, or let's call it Satan crack, 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 Satan's craft, as known by IEE, as known by IEE, as known by IEE, and being situated in street furniture near home, near you. I was very, very expert. There's a weapon from America, right, who's tried to send me a document, a bona fide document, by the way, right, because I checked it out. It's bona fide and it identifies the equipment as a weapon. Now, obviously, if it's been doctored, to show that it's a weapon, and it's not a weapon, well, I would identify it as a weapon, because that's what I am, a weapons expert.
He's like I'll play a little bit of his talking here because it's hilarious. When you get the full context.
Right, now, this is all a part of the document. See, the British Ministry of Defence concluded quite correctly, but such a system could be blended into normal communications infrastructure. Look there, what does it say? What I've been telling you, ear, kill, grid. Now this is for the clowns and the donkeys, right, who don't know what they're talking about, who don't know what 5G is. Right, now this, well, is this pretty terrifying stuff? Or is it actually worse, the fact that we're getting these trolls and...
Okay, he doesn't like me. He calls me a troll, and several other people. So, all right. He doesn't even understand any of this. It totally went over his head. This particular document, yeah, it's not what he thinks. So, all right, let me just, yeah, I'm gonna show all the stuff. All right, here is there's my Twitter, and here's the deal. Those codes are base 64 encoded data. Base 64. It was pretty clear when I saw it, so I'll put into the live chat the base 64 encoded data from, I'm going to bop back to his video. Let's see here. So let's see. All right, on this part of the video right here that you're looking at, he has that base 64 code that I put in. So if anybody, you go take that code, you searched your own base 64 encoder decoder, do it yourself. You can look at his video, you can verify that what I pasted is the right stuff, and then you can look and you can go into your own base 64 encoder right there like this.
I think some people have figured it out.
And then you click decode and look what you get. Mark Steele's own document that he leaked has a special message just to Mark Steele. Oh,
I'm trying to leave my sunglasses for this. I really am.
Yes, it says Mark Steele is a twat. Who will believe any old naughty? Now, I did not make this document. I don't know who did make this document, but hats off to you, whoever did it. Excellent troll. Mark Steele trolled himself by putting this very thing on his own video. Then later, he did this second one, which I'll put in the chat right now.
More.
There's more. This is the one I showed you also. Zoomed in. This is a little shorter. You see that there? Let's go.
Hash. Yes.
Yes, this is decode there. And we have, and some naughty words there I won't repeat. But that's also in Mark Steele's own video.
Actually, gonna need these glasses.
Good job, Mark. That Huawei document was totally fake. Oh, Mark was so excited. He saw this document, and he's like, "That's the smoking gun." He's called it the smoking gun several times, and it's not. In fact, Mark said in one of his videos that he sent it to his CIA contacts. So now his CIA contacts have documents sent from Mark that say this.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
Oh dear! Can you imagine the people at CIA are just pissing themselves right now, laughing. Anyway, what's the lesson, Mark Steele, for you? Don't seek confirmation, seek truth. Mark got what he wanted. Confirmation of all the garbage he'd been saying for 2 years. He didn't confirm anything. He didn't care. It was what he wanted, and therefore it was true.